BTB Kicks here, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to clean very delicate suede. As you all can see, I have a pair of SB Dunks right in front of me, which has a very delicate gray suede, and I'm going to be taking you all through the proper steps of how to clean them. This pair is from 2006, which might be older than a lot of you all watching the video, but nonetheless, I'm going to show you all my technique and how we get them done over at BTB Kicks. Before we jump in, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's clean these shoes. Before we hop into the video, I'm going to lay down a towel or two to kind of protect the shoes, because I did clean shoes on this mat earlier and it's still a little bit wet. You actually won't need any of these right now, so I'll kind of move this up so you all can see. And we're gonna be cleaning the right shoe, and then I'll have the left shoe off to the side for before and after purposes. All right, now that we have the shoe, let's take the laces out. Shoe is not too dirty, but it definitely could use some work. To be such an older pair, these are actually in great condition. This pair is almost 20 years old, which is crazy. And after unlacing them, you kind of see all of those markings along here. And then you can also see, just looking at the shoes, that there are quite a few dark spots that we could be touching up. So what I have now is all the supplies that we need. Basically have a medium bristle brush to help kind of get the surface dirt off. We also have a suede eraser that will help me erase those marks on the suede, as well as another medium bristle brush with brass tip bristle brushes in like the core. And then we also have, if like some stuff is not moving, we have some 800 grit sandpaper. Without further ado, let's dive into it. We're gonna put the shoe tree in like typical. Now we have the shoe trees in the shoes. Usually how I like to start these type of projects when it comes to suede is I like to just brush everything off in one direction first. Brush everything off in one direction, and I'm just going forward to start things off. All right, now that we've done that, I think it's time we move into our eraser. I'm erasing and there's not a lot of movement. So we're just gonna take this now. It's not moving for some reason. And if it doesn't move with the sandpaper, which is what I'm gonna try to use on the next, then it might just be something that we will have to clean out. Usually around like this lace area, dirt comes from like the laces itself. Since it's a suede shoe, it can be wear and tear in the actual material, which is making it bald, thus making it darker in the area. Or it might just be dirt that needs to be cleaned out. But we're using a piece of the sandpaper. Now we're just gonna see if it'll come out by using this, or at least lighten up. I think the rest of this will definitely have to come out with a clean, but it is lightening up a decent amount. What I'm doing is kind of going back and forth, kind of like rubbing it in circles in some areas where I can. It's just an awkward spot. You really just want to get the dirt and all that off the surface of the shoe when you're using the sandpaper. You don't want to go too crazy. Okay, well, we're going to dust this off again. And it does look quite a bit brighter, but it still is dirty. So we're just gonna move on to the rest of the shoe. I would also like to point out that given that the shoe is this old and the suede is kind of like a blue tint kind of gray, there is some like discoloration to it just from the age. It can kind of appear more like yellowish. You can kind of see the discoloration. You might not be able to because of this light that I have near me. All right, now that we've erased everything, I'm going to use a medium bristle brush once again to dust everything off and get the remaining particles and dust off the shoes, remembering to brush in one direction. Okay, now that the shoe is basically dry cleaned, we're gonna move into the actual restoration part of the video where we actually clean the shoe with cleaning solution and water. But, all right, so let's get the other shoe really quick so I can show you all the side by side. Suede is already like back. Like, let's be so for real. Like, you all see this. The suede is literally moving. It's the clean. And then this is the dirty. You can kind of see like the markings in the suede and overall kind of just darker marks on this one versus like this one looks a lot lighter and the suede is moving. Like, let me brush that back so you all can see. Yeah, I mean, let me know in the comments down below if you can see it. I definitely can see it. It might just be the camera throwing it off. But anyway, we're gonna carry on with this clean. All right, so I removed everything. Now it's time to actually get into the clean. So we're gonna bring these back. Boom. We got the brushes and we have the bowl. And then we're gonna use a cleaning solution. No free promo. No free promo. Given that these are a suede shoe, I still am gonna have this towel right here just so, you know, when I'm cleaning it, the water doesn't like pool up and interfere with the rest of the shoe getting wet and all that stuff. We wanna keep it protected because it is a delicate suede. Like I said, the shoe is 20 years old at this point. I'm gonna start with the soft bristle brush. And the most important thing when dealing with suede is you wanna make sure you wring all of the water off. Literally shake it all out of your brush. That way when you actually go in to clean the suede, it's not that much water because having too much water in your suede can ruin it. In light circles. And you can see how it's like starting to foam up a little bit on the material, but it's not overly like thick like it's getting soaked. So that's actually a good sign. So we're gonna do that again and just continue to clean the shoe that way so it doesn't get over soaked, but we are still cleaning the shoe. Now we're gonna pat it dry. When you're dealing with suede, you always wanna pat it dry. You don't wanna boom, wipe, smear, all that stuff. You wanna keep everything as close to the fabric as possible because suede obviously has dyes in it and you don't want to take the dyes out of the shoe. After cleaning that area, it got a little bit lighter, but I think these stains might just be set in, unfortunately, around this area. But given that, you know, they're SB laces, they're gonna be fat on the shoe. It's likely gonna cover that up, but just wanted to be transparent with you all. And like I said before, you can see there's barely any water on this. All you can see is the suds, the mini suds forming, and we're kind of letting the brush do most of the work. All right, as we clean up the shoes, you're gonna start to see the suede get a little bit darker, but that's completely normal with suede shoes. They're just gonna get dark before they get light again. I will say this shoe might not clean up like insane. Like I'm already knowing, like basically on camera, you probably won't be able to see the difference. This might just be one of those in-person type things just because of the color of it. And they weren't really like insanely dirty to begin with, but they definitely look certainly better. Now that we've hit all of the suede, it's time to move on to the other pieces of the shoe, that being the tongue, behind the tongue, around the sock liner, the actual inside of the shoe, like on the insole, and then midsole and bottoms, and then that'll basically carry us almost until the end until we have to do touch-ups and all that. But we're gonna tackle the tongue, and since this is a very delicate suede shoe, we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did on the suede for the tongue. And granted that this is almost a 20-year-old shoe, we definitely want to make sure we're careful with this one. So I'm just gonna use a soft bristle brush to clean that up. There's a microfiber cloth to soak everything up. And then to keep the sock liner from turning yellow from any solution being in it still, which I doubt, we're gonna use our steamer to blast out any of that remaining water and suds. All right, last but not least, we have to hit the midsole and bottoms, and then we'll clean the insole, and then we'll be good to go. So we're gonna dip that in there. The bottoms really aren't that bad, if I'm being honest. And we're using the stiff bristle brush for this. Now we're moving on to the midsole. And it's okay if the suede gets re-wet up top. I usually do it in reverse, but given that the color of the suede is gray, it doesn't really matter. And then we'll blow out all the stitching as well, but I'll be careful around the edges because given that this is a 20-year-old shoe, we don't want to loosen up any of the glue. Now that we're done with the actual shoe, I'm just gonna put this in the icebox room to dry, and then we're gonna get to cleaning on the actual insole. So how we're gonna go ahead and clean this insole is we're gonna use the drill, of course, to get the most efficient and deep clean. I'm gonna pop this off, switch the attachment, put it on it's kind of like a cross between a medium and a stiff. And now we're gonna dip it in our solution. Now that's all done, we're gonna use a towel to kind of wipe this clean, and then we're gonna steam everything out. Everything looks good on this one, and I'm gonna sit this to dry with the other shoe. All right, y'all, so now we're back and the shoes are dry. So what we're gonna do now is put the insole back inside, and then what we're gonna do is re-erase everything so that way the suede can be moving again. You basically have to re-nap the suede. And what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be using the medium bristle brush, but it's gonna be a dry medium bristle brush. So that way it can just stand everything else up without doing anything extra to the shoes. So we have the medium bristle brush here, it's all dry. Now we're just gonna re-hit everything. And as you can see, as we re-nap the suede, it starts to get lighter again because it's standing up, and that's how you get it to kind of be buttery. All right, so we've hit everything. Now it's time to make the shoe to give it back some of its volume, as well as to condition and technically waterproof the shoe too, because mink oil acts as a waterproofer. And what we have right here is mink oil that we use. It's by Angelus. We're gonna spray that on the shoes. Give it back some moisture. So we have our horsehair bristle brush as well, and we're gonna rub that in. And personally, this made the shoe look 10 times better. I cannot lie. All right, now the last thing left to do is lace up the shoes, and we'll be ready to go. And then I can show you all a side-by-side of how they're looking. Like with the shoe that's finished, this one, and then the other shoe which we haven't touched yet. All right, y'all, so we have both of the shoes side by side. Let me know if you all see a difference, because I definitely can, at least in person. And this is like a little bit more of a close-up of the shoes for you all. But hopefully you all learned something from this video today. And if you all want to learn even more about sneaker restoration and how to start a business with it, feel free to click the link in the description down below to join my Discord, where I help out along with my team and connect with a bunch of different sneaker restorers from all across the United States, as well as outside of the country. There's a few members in there who are in different countries, which is kind of cool. But hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.